aka cousin, aka Beaudae. Y'all got to excuse my slippers because they too big for my feet. So we are, oh, first and foremost, if you are watching in live time, thank you so much for being here. And if you're watching the playback, I'm grateful for that too. So just really quickly, let me show you. I'm in here doing dishes. That's why y'all got to excuse my head. We're in a winter storm. I just literally have on my Avia tights that I exercise in, a little crop top from Fashion Nova, and my house slippers from Walmart. Baby, my foot done fell asleep. I hate that. And let me show y'all like the outside. I got bobby pins on the end of my hair, child. I would like usually I'm looking cute and stuff in the house, but child, you see this weather? Yeah, it's currently raining ice. So really quickly, I just wanted to, because like I said, I'm doing dishes. I want to have a girls chat or just a chat in general. But let me show you something. When you're washing your dishes, please boil you some water so that your water stay hot and put your gloves on. Somebody just called the house phone too. Who was it? Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna use my tripod or not, but we will see. I feel like y'all be able to see me regardless, cause can you see me? If not, I'm gonna go ahead and put y'all on here. It's just that sometimes this thing fall down, and I forgot where I got this. I want to say this might have been something I got off of TikTok. TikTok might have got me, y'all. Might have. Let me see. Might have. There we go. I feel like I just made this bigger though. Usually I have all this set up, so y'all just bear with me. Because like I said, I am in here kind of doing dishes and stuff like that. Let's unzoom me for sure. I'm almost done washing dishes. It's just, I be having to stop. So I figured we come on and chat because, I don't know. Y'all know I always like to bless. I always use myself as, whoo, child. I always use myself, right? So, of course, it's New Year's. I got vlogs and stuff coming out for y'all. A lot of y'all are new to the channel, and I thank y'all so much for being new to the channel. Hey, Antoinette. But I kind of wanted to, like, talk about this because I feel like silently, I continuously go through this, especially with, like, YouTube. So, one thing I've noticed, because I've been on YouTube for quite some time. Hey to everybody joining and coming on. I've been on here quite some time. I feel like a lot of times, especially now, if you are a creator, then you can probably relate to this. If you can't, just bear with me because I'm going to make you, well, not make you, but you know, I'm pretty sure you'll relate to it in some aspect because for me, I've noticed it's not just with YouTube. It has happened as me as a cosmetologist, like when I was starting my business and doing the same thing. I feel like a lot of times, and I'm washing dishes as I'm talking, y'all, a lot of times family is not supportive until they start seeing results in things that God is blessing you with in your life, right? And so, like for me with YouTube, I've never really like honestly the only people that have supported me with my whole YouTube journey, I would say has been my children and has been my sister. Ex-husband, he would share stuff, but he wasn't really supportive. Um, my current boyfriend, he will say that he's supportive, but he's not really supportive of YouTube, right? And I just know because he'll make different little comments at times and stuff like this, right? And I'm just being honest. I'm not saying like these people are bad people, like they telling me super negative stuff. I'm just saying like everybody don't understand social media. Everybody is not supportive to social media. So I feel like when you do stuff like that, you have to be able to. Child, I'm so tired of washing these dishes. You have to be able to keep a mindset that, you know, no matter what other people see or what people don't see, I'm going to, you know, keep going because like a lot of people think social media is like an overnight process. And then a lot of people equate the time you've been on social media to, oh, you should be here and you should be there. And I found myself guilty of that too because I know like I've messaged people before that I follow and I'll tell them like, oh my God, I don't understand why you don't have like millions and millions of followers. And I had to stop doing that because I realized like when you do that, it's not necessarily that you're putting a pressure on the person, but you have to be real with yourself and be like, why do I think that? Where does that come from? Because at the end of the day, if you put yourself in a room with 30 people and you're talking to 30 people, that's still a lot of freaking people that you're talking to, right? Correct. So they think it's a game. Blue Butterfly says they think it's a game. Tristan said, are you having a good day today? Yes, I am. I'm just washing dishes, and I'm tired of washing dishes. But I can't cook and stuff in a dirty kitchen. And to be honest, I had a lot of dishes because I've been putting them off. So, and plus my dishwasher is broke, so I'm hand washing. So here we go. So I feel like because of that, it's like you really have to have tough skin, not because of other people, because a lot of times your subscribers, like for me, my Beaudaes, which are y'all, y'all really do rock with me. I have people that have been like day one followers. I have people that have joined me midway. I have people that have just recently joined me. But at the end of the day, the thing that I love is that y'all don't try to box me in. It's very evident that when you come to the channel, I'm a vlogger. And so in me doing vlogs and not having a niche, it's my lifestyle. Like, you see me as a divorced woman dating again. You see me pretty much blessing people and always giving back. You see me always giving y'all tips because as a cosmetologist, I'm always going to put beauty tips. And when I say beauty tips, I mean, I don't really do a lot of makeup stuff anymore, but I'll still talk about like makeup here and there. I'll talk about skincare. I'll talk about the importance of exercising and being just at your best for your shape, not trying to be skinny, not trying to be fat, just whatever, because my weight goes up and down and I'm a real woman. So, you know, I'm not out here trying to live to other people's idea of what I should be. I'm just like the next girl, of course, at any age. I just asked my daughter the other day, I was like, shit, I'm 42 now. So is it time for mommy to start, you know, like nipping and tucking? Is it time for me to start, you know, like, do I need Botox? Like, I think these are just normal things. And even if it's not, I don't want y'all to think like I have no insecurity. I don't have any insecurity about myself or anything like that. I'm just simply saying, like, these are typical, especially with the business that I'm in, from being a cosmetologist, being on YouTube, things like this. You see a lot of things, and so, you know, you kind of just feel like, okay, do I need this? Do I not need this? Where am I? And I feel like you just have to stay true to who you are and do what it is that you do. I do notice now that my channel has hit over 10,000 subscribers. It's like a new type of journey I'm on. People that were not supportive are now clicking on the videos, and it actually, in all realistic, it kind of hurts because they click on, watch a little bit to see if I'm gonna tell some of my business or my personal business, or they watch me for the wrong reasons, and then they click off. But for all of y'all that watch to the end of the videos, I thank y'all because y'all understand the things that, you know, I'm bringing to you. I don't have to sit up and holler, please subscribe, please watch, please like, please comment. I guess I've never done that because I feel like if you want to leave a comment, you're going to leave a comment. If you want to like the video or share the video, you are. Now, I've been told that I need to ask that. I've been told that I need to do this. And for all my moderators, can y'all please just watch the comments for me? Because clearly I'm washing dishes, baby. That's what I'm doing. So, you know, that's why I don't really do all of that. And maybe if I did all of that, I'd probably be further along. I don't know. Maybe if I would niche all the way down, I'd be farther along. I don't really have like YouTube block at this time, but I do feel like one thing about sponsored content and collaborations, I always try to be true and do stuff that I'm actually using, I would actually wear or use, or, you know, that way that I'm always being true to myself and authentic to y'all, right? So I'm very, very picky when I put any of that in a vlog or even a dedicated video. But a lot of times they want dedicated videos, and I always feel like it takes my channel kind of away from what it is I'm doing, and I never want to confuse you as the viewer, and I never want to feel confused my own damn self, right? Like, you know, but it's different because sometimes they just don't want you to tag it into a vlog. They want it to be so, and the reason they do that is because they want to be able to reuse the content, and they are not trying to promote you, they are trying to promote them. It's a very selfish ass thing, but I mean, at the end of the day, business is business. So, I never want y'all to get confused with things like that. I just simply try to make sure that any type of content I'm doing relates to what my vlogs normally are. So you will find fashion. Like, if you know anything about me, I like to mix affordable fashion with luxury fashion. At any given day, you're gonna see me with some luxury shoes, a luxury purse, luxury accessories. That's always been me. That's been me since, man, since I was in high school, to be honest. Since I could afford to do it for myself in college. And even now, as an adult woman, this is just kind of like what I like to do. And I know that, a lot of people be on the dupes and the stuff like that. And I'm not really a big dupe girl. So I would never, if I buy a dupe, I really bought it because I just really wanted it, or I thought it was cute, or, something like that. But I would never sell y'all something that's not me, if that makes sense. I'm gonna always just be true to myself. So you don't come here and get a niche channel. And I guess the reason I'm talking about this is because I do YouTube, I also consume YouTube. I sit up and I watch people. And when you are a creator, you can kind of see through the bullshit. Like, I'll put it this way. I've had people, because I am so giving, I literally just put this on Platinum D's vlog, right? And I'm pretty sure everybody knows who that is. But I literally just commented on her thing because one of the main reasons I watch her, aside from her, always talking about fragrances, or talking about, makeup, or even just showing her daily life, a big reason that I watch her is because I relate to her. I love how, she shows how giving of a person she is. And then she'll talk about like how people take advantage of that and stuff like that, right? And so that's something that I relate with, because that's something that I literally struggle with. Like, I'm a big hearted person. I'm always helping people. It's just in me. Even sometimes when I know like I probably shouldn't be helping somebody, I'm always helping people. I'm always blessing people. And I don't do it to get something in return. It's just literally who I am. I was raised with old people. I was raised by a pastor. So I'm not sitting up here trying to act like I'm a big saint and I don't sin and I don't do all these things. But that's my personality. A lot of times my kids even have to tell me to pull back. And so I've learned from being on YouTube. I've collabed with a lot of people. Some people, they're not even on YouTube anymore, right? And everybody don't always mean you the best. Y'all would be surprised at some of the messages that I get at times. And so my daughter, like literally last week, I was showing her some messages that I got from people that I guess watch me or whatever, that I don't really, I guess they watch me. And so they were giving, and I believe in constructive criticism, but they were giving like, it was just shady ass messages. Let me say it like that. And so my daughter was like, well, mommy, that's how you know God is like elevating you and putting you in a different realm. She was like, because now it's like you kind of getting haters. So it's kind of like all kind of stuff comes with the platform. That's why I'm always careful of kind of like, I'm a private person, so I don't really share a lot. But when I do share, it's going to be honest. Like, y'all will literally see in upcoming vlogs, I'm going to be talking about how me and my boyfriend broke up, right? That was back in December. This is now January. We are back together. I'm human just like the next person. So, I know if I put that out comes judgment and stuff like that, because people are like, oh, she back with him. She did it. But I think like me sharing and being honest about like the different things that I do in my life, it blesses somebody. Because somebody else is going through the same thing. Ain't nobody perfect. Ain't nothing. And if you think my parents were married over 50 something years, if you think they never had an argument or a disagreement or whatever, you're crazy. So what? So I don't know. I just think that you have to be mindful, because everybody that's portraying to be your friend or trying to act like they the nice girl and all this shit, baby, I'm 42 years old. I didn't get 42 by being dumb or born yesterday, right? That's like what we say back home in Louisiana. I wasn't born yesterday. So you just, I don't know, like, y'all, the biggest way I can tell you is just be true to who you are. Don't get caught up in like the foolishness. I don't care if it's your workplace, if it's your family members, whatever. Just don't get caught up in all of that and support yourself, pour into yourself, edify your own self, because that's where you're gonna find peace. That's where you're gonna find blessings. That's where you're gonna get everything that it is that you desire, right? Like for me, I can't wait to the day when I jump on my YouTube channel and literally we have like girl talk where we could just sit up and chat, and it's not me necessarily just doing it in videos, right? Like y'all jump on and we're chatting and going back and forth because we all just helping each other. We all relating to each other, and y'all really enjoy the content. I've had people sit up here and tell me, oh, I should do this type of content. Now, I'm not talking about when I like ask somebody, right? Because I've asked other creators at times like, hey, just give me a constructive criticism on, as you as a viewer on the channel right now. And some people will actually do it, and some people will take that opportunity to try to tear you down, right? But this is my thing. Hard work comes with everything. And to say, well, YouTube is hard and YouTube is this, I'm not going to take away from that. I'm not going to say YouTube is not challenging or hard at times, but this is the thing. Put out the content that you enjoy doing, because when you just simply try to put out the content that people want to watch, sometimes that's not you. Now, this is what I'm going to say. I don't really fall into those things. I make sure that everything that I put out is me as a person, right? So if I give you a try on haul, that's because I'm actually wearing that shit. If I give you a beauty haul, or I'm talking about hair, or I'm doing, anything, this is the type of stuff that I do. If I'm sitting up talking to y'all about my kids, like, that's what I do. Because right now, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it's hard. Like, I have 2 kids in college, one 19 and one 18, and y'all, you still have to pay. Like, it has literally, I'm in a different season of my life, and I feel like I have people in my family that want to ask me for things, or stuff like this, because they know that I save, and then they know that I've kind of been blessed in different ways. But y'all, at the end of the day, it's my priority are my 3 daughters. I got one about to get ready to graduate that I'm trying to, get her and keep her on the right track, and just trying to help her, because she's still, I don't want to say like trying to find herself, but she's 16. So think back when you were 16, like she's 16, and that's a real pivotal milestone in life, right? My other 2, like, I don't want them to feel like I'm abandoning them just because they are not home day to day. It's different for me. I'm damn near an empty nester, but I'm really not an empty nester because I still have a child in the home. So that's a transition for me. On top of that, I'm up here with everything that I pay for from my rental property that's in a whole nother state, and repairs and constant things there. Then my home here that I actually own, but just because you own a home don't mean you don't still pay. So I have really high property taxes. I still have bills that I have to maintain each month. I still just have a lot. Now I'm in a season where it's time. I got to go ahead and look into vehicles for 2 of my daughters. So that's 2 vehicles that I want to be smart about. Like, I'm not really a lease person, but I'm leaning towards, because from working at the dealership in the past, I'm leaning towards doing a lease, because I feel like that will help establish some credit for them, build some credit for them, and then when they get ready to come out of that lease, like for Tony, she graduates in like 2 years. So that car right there would be a great thing for her to jumpstart her, and then she jumps into and trade it out and get whatever she wants. And then at that point, she can finance, or she can buy it outright, whatever it is she wants to do. Same thing with Robin. By the time she would get ready to graduate college, she'd be ready to turn over her lease and stuff like this. So, I have to be I just have to be smart about the things that I do. I'm not married. I am dating, but you know, that's also weird because it's just like, yeah, I can depend on him and I know that he will help, right? With everything. But I never want to take advantage of nobody. I never want them to be playing a husband role when they're not a husband. So a lot of stuff I as a person, I kind of just struggle with like sharing or talking about because, you know, I feel like I'm a private person. It's personal. I don't want to bother people with, you know, things that I have on my plate or whatever. Yes, we do, you know, live together. So it's not that he can't see things that I'm going through, and it's not that I can't see things that he's going through, right? But it's still just that point of, I guess, in my mind, because, and that's why I say, like, I might need to start, you know, like I do counseling and I have counseling and I have pastors that counsel me and stuff, but I don't know, y'all. I struggle with it because a lot of times I feel like at the end of the day, no matter what happens, if me and him break up or if me and him were to get married, like even though I don't believe in divorce, I've been divorced now. So it taints how you think about things because you feel like, you know, at the end of the day, this person could always walk away. And if this person walks away or if I choose to walk away, then because in my situation, I chose to divorce. I chose to walk away, right? I could have very much still been married, but to me, none of that matters. It don't matter who walk away or who doesn't. When you get to a point where you want to walk away from something, it's a reason why, right? So in my mind, it sticks with me like, hey, no matter what happens, I need to make sure that I'm always in a good situation to where I can take care of myself and I can take care of my kids. And a lot of that is being raised by older people. I have 4 sets of parents. I had my grandparents who I lived with, and then I had my mom and my dad who literally lived right down the street. When you are raised by 4 different people, 4 different personalities, my grandfather was a Leo, my grandmother was an Aries, my mom is a Gemini, and my daddy is an Aquarius. That's for and then they all have their own way that they were raised and how they do things. So it's like you take stuff from that, but then you don't take stuff from it, right? And I think like any other parent, I have really good kids, really respectful kids, and you know, and they're starting their journey in life where they're learning themselves and stuff, and I'm so grateful for that. But at the same time, that's still my babies. Like I still want to make sure that they're taken care of, they're provided for. I still want to teach them how to be independent, but to also be submissive at the same time. You don't just submit to chaos, you know, in being somebody that leads, that doesn't mean that you just lead to have the authority to lead. You know, I watched my daddy, my grandfather, I'm talking about, and even my daddy, but I didn't live with my parents. So I'm gonna speak on my grandparents right now. I watched my grandfather lead, and how he led is how it was reciprocated. That was how she was submissive. He led in love, right? So that wasn't necessarily, and he led and did everything, took care of her. She never had to go do anything or whatever, you know, whatever her money was her money. So I was raised like that. I was raised watching the men in my family protect and provide and do it all in love. And because of that, I watched women be submissive and them, you know, just like that's how I grew up, y'all. I didn't grow up in chaos. I didn't grow up in confusion. I didn't grow up in all of that stuff. I never ever saw them argue. Now I'm not saying that they didn't argue, but I just didn't see these things played out in the household, if that makes sense. This needs to soak some more. It's got barbecue sauce or something stuck to it. But am I out of that? Y'all don't be looking at the bottles because I'm always putting other stuff in my bottles. So I'm just saying, you know, like I think that I've made great decisions as a parent when it comes to steering my kids in the right way. But I'm also still learning. I do not have it figured out. I'm still growing and learning as a parent, my own self. It's a lot of stuff like literally that I got to deal with like little, my kids don't really talk back and stuff, but I do deal with like little attitudes at times and, you know, your typical things that teenagers deal with. And You know, sometimes I'll be like, girl, don't try me. But you know, I don't know. I just sometimes I be feeling by myself up here because I don't really have family out here. Like right now, I want to sell and I want to move, but I'm staying because two of my kids are in college here in Texas, and I really don't want to be in North Texas. I really don't like it up here, but I stay because I know if I move out of state, they now become out of state students and tuition and stuff goes up. And y'all, I'm sorry, I don't care if y'all worry about it or not, but I'm a penny pincher. Like whether I have it or not, I'm gonna always not live above my means. I'm gonna always just think about everything. And if something were to happen, and not that I live in an anxiety type thing, or what I'll tell you is this: I trust God, right? I don't go to God begging and asking. Um, and I don't go to God with an ego. I always remain humble, and I just constantly thank God for always providing, even in times when I felt like I didn't have it or I didn't do. If you shit, like let me tell you, because I can. That's all I can do. We're in a whole winter storm right now, and if everything turns off right now, the only person I'm going to look to is God, because God is the one that's going to provide. God is the one that's going to take care. God has that final say. So I mean, to each his own. Some people don't believe in God. Some people don't, you know, do all of that. But I do. Like everything that I've gone through in my life, everything that I have in my life, everything, God is at the foundation of it. He really is. God is at the foundation of it. And if God is not in it, then there's no peace in it, and I don't want it, right? And so that's why I always just ask God, like, God, let your will be done. God, whatever it is you desire for me, let that be done. God, if I'm not on the right path, steer me the right way. And I know that I am, because he always shows me constant reminders of stuff. You know, like sometimes we can be worried about personal things like jobs and stuff. Like literally, these things you can have all of that one day, and the next day, all that be gone. Right? It can just like that, it can be gone. So I don't really get caught up in material things. I don't get caught up in stuff like that, because while I may like certain things, and um I like to pamper myself and pamper my kids, because you have one life. You have one life. Now, that don't mean go out there and be crazy and just, do the most, but you have one life, and you're going to always have bills. You're going to always have responsibilities. And I am a person, like, I always put my responsibilities first. But, like, just here recently, I treated my daughter and butterscotch to like a day out, because I wanted to let them know that like I appreciate them. Um, like no matter what, I do believe that you have to always let people know that you love them, that you appreciate them, that even if you're having a hard time or a rough time, or y'all disagree about something, whether that's you and your child, whether that's you and your mom, whether whoever, um, you and the person you're dating, the person you're married to, um, what she said. And there's so much peace in that, no matter, yes, the adversity or the word, correct. That you appreciate them, because guess what? If we had to sit up here and worry about everything we gotta pay, everything we gotta do, and all this type of stuff, especially with the way the economy is, whether you are Biden, Trump, whatever, the economy is jacked up. It just really is. There's no reason you go. I guess I'm going to always feel like this. I don't understand why we pay taxes on things that we already paid taxes on. I don't understand why in America we pay for things like lights and water and stuff like this, things that come from the earth, that it's, I don't know. People shouldn't be without lights because they can't pay their light bill, or without water because they can't. People shouldn't be with unclean water. Like y'all, I could talk about this stuff all day. I'm sorry. Like, one thing you'll know about me on the channel is I am definitely a talker. So I used to try not to talk as much in my vlogs, because I felt like people didn't want to hear all that talking and all of that stuff. But y'all, like, a lot of times when I'm talking to you in the vlog, I'm really spitting like serious things and stuff like that. So, you know, when you do watch and you do relate, like that's how we have the conversations that really need to be had. Um, I don't know. That's just me. I'll talk about business in a minute because I've been in business for a very long time. Now, right now, I'm not working as a cosmetologist. Right now, the only business that I do have is rental property. And you know, once I open a beauty school, that's gonna still be real estate and rental property and stuff like that. So my life is headed in a different way, but I'm also being very cautious. I'm also not jumping the gun. I've done all the research. I've done everything. And right now, I just feel like God is telling me to wait. Even though I get excited and be like, okay, let me go open it, let me go start it, God is telling me to wait. So that's what I'm going to listen to because I know He's not going to steer me wrong. I'm not going to go ahead of stuff, and I'm so glad that I'm not because it's just like I said, this economy is crazy. And it's crazy to me because I would have never thought I would be a YouTuber. You know, regardless of how you look at me, it's crazy. I have people that follow me and they be like, you're not considered, you know, you have 10,000 subscribers. So, you know, we don't look at you as like, oh, you're not doing this or doing that. But the crazy thing is, like, I will look at myself like that because sometimes my numbers are lower. Like on average, I'm averaging between 100 to 300 views on a video. And then I have videos that'll do really, really, really good and do stuff like that. And then you come back and you still do another video in the same niche as that, but it may not do good. So you never know with YouTube what people are going to like or what people are not going to like. You just have to do what you feel is best and comfortable for you. So just like right now, I could have jumped on camera and been on camera with, you know, lashes and makeup and my hair done and all of this, but the truth is that's not really realistic to the type of day that I'm having right now, right? And you cannot not come on live or not create content because you're not looking as people think you should look. I got my hair in two pigtails and it's poofing out because I'm trying to keep it straight, but it's really rainy outside and I've been outside several times, so my hair trying to curl. I'm in here washing dishes. I'm washing dishes. Why would I be with lashes and makeup and a wig or my hair pressed and all that to wash dishes? Like, I've done it, right? But I was already dressed that way for the day. That's like I'm literally in my house chilling. I'm literally in my house chilling. I pulled out chicken that I'm about to thaw and stuff like that to get ready to cook dinner for the evening. Prepare for the storm because we're in. Beau done left and went to the store with the neighbor. Like they crazy as hell. So I'm not even gonna get into that because the people said stay off the roads, don't drive. But here they are. They're gonna go out and about and do all this, I guess, or either they next door doing whatever. I don't know. Don't don't really care at this point. You know, Robin is upstairs in the movie room chilling. Sydney's probably upstairs asleep. You know, if y'all have any tips to how to get your 16-year-old to come out and be more active, let me know. Cause she'll come out. She's active when she come out. But hell, she gotta come out and you gotta get her out of there, right? So I mean, like I said, I'm still learning as a parent too. Gotta keep my dishwater hot. I like my dishwater to be hot. I like my mop water to be hot as well. So I don't know, y'all. I just it was on my heart to say. I do have goals and stuff for YouTube, just like the next person. For me, I'm not trying to be YouTube famous. I feel like I will be influential on YouTube. I feel like I will have the community and stuff that I desire, and I do believe that you know it will benefit my kids by me leaving a legacy. You know, I always say I've said this all my life, and y'all can take it if you want to and use it for your own stuff. I leave a legacy that builds an empire. So when my kids sit back and they look at all the things I've done, because I've done a lot, and I don't always come on YouTube and say, because I was taught you don't brag about things. I can definitely say my kids are proud of me and my kids look up to me, and that's the biggest blessing that I can ever have in my life. And I do believe that I'm a helper. That's what God created me to be. He created me to be a helper. He created me to be a wife. He created me to be a mom. And so those things, I feel like when I share on the channel, when I share the things that people don't want to, aren't always as comfortable sharing, when I come and I show up anyway, like when I have people that come tell me, oh, you shouldn't do this, you should do this on the channel, and oh, maybe you shouldn't do that because blah 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 blah. Like, but who's to say, like, just because you don't feel my view is where you feel it should be doesn't mean that I'm not doing the work or doing good at what I am doing. It just takes for God to put out the right. It's in God's timing. That's how I look at it, right? In God's timing. And the people that are here along the way, they are being blessed by the content. They get to laugh, because that's what it's about. You get to laugh, you get to relate. Sometimes I'm serious, sometimes I'm funny. That's who I am. I don't consider myself to be a niche. I'm not just gonna ever come on, like, I never created my channel like that. If you've been following me from day one, I used to do certain days, I would do like TV and TV show reviews. Another day I would do like entertainment news. Another day I would do hair tutorials. Another day would be makeup. And then next day would be like workouts and lifestyle. So I've always just showed everything about myself, right? I'm just well-rounded. And so that's what I bring. That's why I always used to say I'm like a gumbo pot, baby. You come in, you get all the good parts of the gumbo, because that's literally what I do. So I understand on YouTube, in order to grow faster, you should target one thing, and then from that one thing you can branch out, right? But y'all, that don't be in my heart to do. So, let me apologize to y'all if y'all come to the channel and you feel like you're not always getting the exact same content, or you feel like, well, I subscribed for this one particular thing and she's not always doing one particular thing, is always something different. That's not my life. My life today at 42 is not my life 10 years ago when I joined YouTube, right? I'm just in a different thing. You're not going to see me behind the chair no more. You're not going to see me doing certain things no more. My life has changed. So with that comes change. And I just can't put myself in a box and pretend. I've never been a person to pretend. That's not me. So what you see is what you get. If I come on here today and I'm talking heartfelt with you, that's the vibe I'm in. If I get on here tomorrow and I'm acting goofy and crazy and all that, that's the vibe you get. I'm a very introverted person, but extrovert at the same time. I'm very, very shy, very, very reserved. And you'll get my personality on the channel and be like, girl, you ain't shy. But then meet me in person and be like, oh, she really is. Because I'm big on first impression. So if I pick up on your energy and I just feel like we click and we go, then I'm going to talk, right? But that's typically not me. Like y'all, like the person that I date, he'll say all the time he's shy and he's not a people person, but he really is a people person. But in being with him, it pulls me out of my shell, because it makes me get in front of people and it makes me kind of talk more. It kind of, stuff like that, because he definitely going to be the person that's going to talk, even though he'll say he's not a talker. But if you take a vote amongst the household and amongst people that know him, they're going to say he's a people person. So, I just feel like you have things that balance you and things that throw you, that's the part of being equally yoked, right? It's almost 4 years that I've known him. So, I mean, I'm one of them type of people. If I'm with somebody, that's who I rock with. I'm going to rock with you until it's over, said and done. That way I'll know in the end, honey, I've tried all that I could try. I've done all that I could do. And so if it doesn't work, it just, it doesn't work. But I don't know, y'all. I guess I came on. I didn't know if people were going to be on or not, but I figure half the damn country is in this winter storm. So, everybody at home. So whether you're watching this in real time or you're watching it in the playback, I hope that you are taking something from this, because I know a lot of people are doing New Year's resolutions, vision boards, all that stuff. And that's great. That's great if you're that type of person that's doing it. I am a person that likes to write down. I am a person that, I believe in having faith and manifesting and speaking life into yourself and everything like that. But I'm also not a person that lives my life in regrets. I'm also not a person that's going to sit up and beat myself up just because it's the new year. I'm not going to go get a gym membership just because it's the new year. No, I got one. And the truth is, When it's paid, I go. When it's not paid, I don't go. And half the time, when it is paid, look, it just depends on my day. I have a gym in my house. I run every day. Now, I have not been running for about the past November and December. It seems like every year around that time, I kind of slack off, right? But then I come back hard for January and February and all of that stuff like that. It's just those 2 months for me. I don't know what it is. It's just different. I'm not out there, doing all that. I'll still get up in the mornings, like when everybody's in the house, sleep, or they're at school. If I don't have a sub job, because I also substitute teach. If I don't have a sub job that I'm going to, then I'll go and work out, right? Either that's me running my 16th flight of stairs, or me going in my little home gym and doing something, or me going to the park and doing something. Like, y'all, like, we have to be realistic, right? You have to be realistic about stuff. Like, it's okay sometimes to say, like, I'm not at my best. It's okay. It really is. Like, I come from a family, my whole family get on me about my weight because I used to be significantly smaller. So now, right now, they feel like I'm significantly bigger. My kids be like, Mama, you still look good. You still this, you still that. But I don't want to put pressure on myself because I come from a town. I'm from Lake Charles. Damn near everybody there is Creole or Cajun. I am Creole. A lot of people hate when I say that because they look at me and see me as a dark-skinned woman and be like, oh, she ain't Creole. She ain't this. I'm very much Creole. I need people to educate themselves on a lot of things. However, I said all that to say this. I come from a place where people are already like, if you're not a certain skin color, you're not that cup of tea. Now it's okay, the dark girls are in. Like, y'all, be in because you want to be in. Don't let them, like, for me, I was raised by 2 women that taught me you go out looking good. You look your best all the time. I don't care if you're going to the mailbox, the grocery store, your kids' school. Take pride in who you are. Take pride in how you look. Dress up for yourself, right? I literally, like, I just got a haul from Shein, right? That just came in. It's a pajama haul. I don't typically sleep in pajamas. I'm a lingerie girl and birthday suit girl, if we just gonna keep it a buck. But at the end of the day, like, I had literally, this is why I say it's like sometimes I was like, you know what? I need to get like pajamas that I can wear kind of on camera for days when I am just lounging and don't feel like just being in my robe or something. So, like if I'm filming or something, it's a bit more appropriate than me being on the internet in a robe. And look at that, then I get a whole pajama thing. Now, so it's just, if you create the vision, the Bible say write the vision, make it plain. So if you write your vision, you make it plain, God is going to grant you the desires of your heart, right? And it just is what it is. Me right now with 2 in college, I never say, okay, God, how am I going to do this? I be like, thank you, God, for creating it. Thank you, God, for this opportunity. Because right now, I got to pay something for Robin. So right now, I'm already thanking God, like, okay, God, thank you for creating that. Thank you for doing this. Because y'all, at the end of the day, it really is. It's on me. It's on me. And I'm their parent. I can sit up and say, well, call your dad or, ask butterscotch or things like this. But at the end of the day, I'm the parent that's present. I'm the parent that's in the home. And it's on me to do. So, one thing about me is that I can say about myself that's honest. If people ask me to do something, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show up and I'm gonna show out, and I'm somebody you can depend on, right? But I've learned that because of that with myself, I've expected people to do the same things for me, and I can't depend on everybody. Everybody don't always show up for me in the way that I show up for them. And I think when I was watching Platinum this morning, it just literally because I started watching her video yesterday and it was kind of long. And so I'm one of those that I'll do stuff like that. If the video is long, I'll break it up and I'll come back. But I am going to watch it to the end, no matter whose video it is. If I clicked on it, I'm going to watch it. I'll just break it up and come back. And y'all, I literally, this is why I say God speaks to people in different ways. If you have a relationship with God, he's going to talk to you. Because I was praying about me and my helping spirit. I was praying about things like that, right? And it's crazy how sometimes God will speak to you. So when I clicked on her video, I didn't expect that was what I was going to gain from that. You know, that God was going to talk to me through somebody else and answer a prayer that I was, you know, I was praying and kind of like, I don't want to be in, say, like having conflict about, but I was just asking God to guide me, right? And so it blessed me, and it resonated with me, because it's like I always want to make sure that I don't care if I'm on here clowning, if I'm on here cursing, if I'm on here acting a fool. I always want people to take something away, because you'd be surprised, people take stuff away in the weirdest way. You never know what's going to reach a person, bless a person, do anything. So, you know, that's why I always tell people, just be yourself. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about what people think you should be at, how people, don't compare yourself, because YouTube, people do a lot of stealing, right? And I'm telling y'all, because I've watched bigger creators that I know watch me, take content from me, put it on their platform. It does amazing because they already have the numbers and the community and stuff like that, and they don't even give out the credit, right? YouTube is a platform where people do that all the time. I wish that people would be more authentic and say, hey, I was watching this person. And YouTube is also a platform where they, you know, it's not about the shout out, but if you know you're watching somebody, I can sit here and tell y'all everybody I watch and genuinely introduce you to that person, right? It's up to you whether you would subscribe to them or not. Whether I tell you to go subscribe doesn't mean you're going to like the person. Doesn't mean you're not going to like the person. It's up to you to decide. So for me, I always put out the same things that I would like people to give back. If somebody comes to me and they ask me for help, or they ask me to do something, D just messaged me like, was it about a week ago? And she was just simply saying like, hey, can you, and she may have sent that message to a lot of people, I don't know, but she asked me to share, I think it was a playlist or something. Now I always watch her, I always, you know, try to be supportive and stuff like that, just like I do with everybody else, just like I do with Jared, or like what I do with Kim, or Platinum, or I watch Peyton, or I watch G, or it's a lot of people I watch on YouTube. And I don't want to say like a lot, because I watch different types of content creators. I watch, I think his name is BEAUdaes. He just found out recently he has cancer. So now I watched him because he did like photography and videography. And because I've always, since I got on YouTube, wanted to do like cinematic stuff or things like this is why y'all get drone shots and y'all get different angles when I'm doing stuff in my vlogs. Or I always just try to think differently of how I'm filming to get different shots, because it just makes it flow better. I watch TV differently than I watch how other people may watch TV. I watch TV and I'll see them do cuts and shots and things, and I try to implement it into my vlogs. Now, it may not be to the standard of what they do on the TV, but my point is, if you have a starting place, eventually you perfect it. Eventually it becomes a craft. Eventually you get better and you get better and you get better. Practice makes perfect. I learned that at 5 years old. I've been playing piano since I was 5 years old. And that was what my piano teacher, Miss Vera Williams, used to always tell me. Practice makes perfect. So where I would get frustrated because maybe it was something I was trying to get this one part of the song and I couldn't get it, I'd practice an hour every day. And it showed. It showed that I practiced an hour every day versus some of the other students who would skip practice or wouldn't practice. So that mentality is me. So that's the same mentality that I do when I do my YouTube. I'll sit down and watch my channel, come back and be like, okay, I could have been better here. Okay, I could have maybe not talked as long. Hey, maybe I could have broke that up. I'm always looking to try to give you better content and try that you enjoy the content, but at the same time, fuck all the enjoyment and all of that you pull something from the content. I try to be authentic. Like, I didn't have to come on today and talk about this, but hopefully it finds the right person, and it finds the person that may be struggling with some of the same things in their life, but maybe in different areas. And so maybe this helps them by saying, you know what, I am being hard on myself, or I am doing this, or I am doing that. So I need to do something, you know, like a little different. Look at that. My sink leaking, y'all. I really need to get down here and change out my whole little thing at the top. I haven't changed it out yet because I don't want to lay on the floor and do this. Don't ask me why Beau ain't did it. I don't know. Shit. But You know, I'm just saying for me, I need to change out this whole little thing because it's just like a little, this part. The rubber on there has worn off, so it leaks down like the hose. So when I put like, when I rigged it up, I put like a rubber band, a hardware rubber band on there. And so it has stopped doing it, but then that rubber band popped. So it's back doing it. So I know I need to change out the whole thing. But to do that, you got to shut the water off and then unscrew it, put in a new thing and rescrew it. And I got to get on the ground to do that, which I wouldn't have a problem with. But this, like under my sink is really up high under there. So when I say get on the ground, I mean like I got to get on the ground and go in the thing. And it's just like, I'm just dreading it. But it is what it is. So I hope, because I know I've been talking about stuff like this, and y'all probably like, well, you know, what's her point and what's all that? I guess my point is saying, like, I understand it's the new year. Dang it, I wanted to put this hot water in first. I understand it's the new year. I understand people have resolutions. I understand everybody wants to be better. But don't stress yourself. Don't give yourself anxiety. Don't do stuff because you think that's what's expected of you. The only thing that should be expected of you is how you want to live your life and goals you have for yourself. How you view yourself is most important. Because if you view yourself in anything less, that's exactly how your kids, how your significant other, and how others are going to view you. And I don't give a care what you say. You can sit up there and say, oh no, they wouldn't do that because they love me. If you continuously, if your energy is off, it transfers. That's all I'm trying to say. It transfers. I'm not saying people will love you less. I'm just saying that that energy transfers. And every day not going to be a good day. We're like how many days into the new year? How many days are we into the new year? And if y'all, another thing with me, I'm from Louisiana. So I'm going to always tell y'all, and yes, I put a little bit of bleach in my dishwater. Y'all probably don't agree with it, but it's what I do, okay? I like hot water. I like bleach. I like shit to be clean, and then I rinse it real good so there's no bleach on the dishes, okay? So that's just me. That's just me. But being from Louisiana, y'all, I always ask y'all to drop a fleur-de-lis in the comments. So please, if you're enjoying the live, just drop a fleur-de-lis. Or if you're ever on one of my videos and you're enjoying it, drop a fleur-de-lis. That's how I always know that you're here. But yeah, I just want y'all not to be stressing yourself because we're 9 days into 2025 and I can't even believe that it's 2025. That's another thing. It's just crazy because we're in the hell to 2024. Shit, 2024, where did 2023 go? I feel like just yesterday we was in 2020 with COVID and, you know, all these other things. So I don't know, y'all, like time waits for nobody. Live your life. Do what it is you want to do. Don't be stressing yourself. Don't be putting all these New Year's resolutions on yourself and, you know, all this craziness on yourself. You know, do what's best for you. Do what suits you. And go that way. Y'all, I cook a lot. I do. That's why I have so many pots and pans and dishes and we cook, okay? I'm a cooker. This is one thing that I'm going to always do is I'm going to cook. And I'm one of those, I'll cook 3 times a day. I'll cook twice a day, but I'm going to cook. And everybody in this house going to eat. So dishes is a big thing. And with my dishwasher not draining properly right now, it's not because of my garbage disposal. So it's something with my dishwasher. I don't know why it's deciding to act out, but she is, child. So I got to get somebody out here to fix that. And that's just part of being a homeowner. You know, like it really is. And I want y'all to pray for me. Like, please, if you find it in your spirit, pray for me because I really am. I really want to move. I've thought about going to Scottsdale, Arizona is where I really want to go. But I also look at Houston because Houston is so close to Lake Charles. I've been missing home a lot, which is Lake Charles. So I've been feeling like I've been wanting to go there too. So I'm just praying because I don't want to move and then, you know, like all 3 of my daughters have been in the same district since I moved to North Texas. So it makes it hard because I don't want to, with one being left, even though she's saying, oh, mommy, I wouldn't mind if we move and this, and that. y'all, sometimes you just never know. Moving, sometimes it can be a good thing and sometimes it can be a bad thing. But I'd be lying to say, like, I just feel tapped out up here in the Dallas area. I've never liked Dallas. I never even thought I would be living in Texas. Marriage brought me to Texas. Um, a best friend brought me to North Texas. And I just stayed because I'm kind of like a person of routine. All right, that's how I live my life. I don't want to be uprooting my kids and moving my kids and stuff, but y'all, I want to change. I do. I want to change so much so to I'm ready to like sell my home. My beautiful home, I'm ready to sell it. I've been in it now. In May it'll be 4 years. So and now it's just a constant reminder, like it's a lot of house. Yes, when my kids come home from college, they're here and they bring all their friends and stuff like that. But just on a normal day, Sydney and myself, it's just a lot of house. This house is almost 5,000 square feet. So that's a lot for just two people. Well, three people when you consider, butterscotch. But for two people, that's a lot of house. And so I'm just praying. I'm just praying because I've thought about it. Like if I go towards Houston, it's certain family out there that I just don't want to be around. And when I say Houston, I'm not talking about moving in Houston. I would never move in Houston. It would definitely be like an outskirt of Houston for me. I've looked at Kingswood. I've looked at Sugarland. I've looked at Friendswood. I don't know. I've looked at different areas. Um, yes, a lot of house. So I don't know. I feel like I'm at a point where I've always, and I don't want this to sound bad. I'm just telling my truth. I've always put my kids' needs and my ex-husband's needs and everybody's needs ahead of my own, and I enjoy um doing that because I love my children, right? I love them to pieces and I would forever give them my last, my everything, my like it's nothing nobody like I enjoy being a mom. I'm not one of those moms that's like, oh, I'm just irritated. Like that's not me. I see moms like that and I don't judge them. Everybody has their own journey. But usually a lot of times when I see moms like that, they're like younger moms and I sympathize with them because my mom was 16 when she got pregnant with me, 17 when she had me. And then by the time she was 20, all three of her kids was born and she was done having kids, right? So a lot of stuff I understand because I watched my mom, I watched her go through, you know, raising all of us so young, her and my dad being so young, and so it makes sense a lot of the like how their relationship and stuff went. And so like when I have friends or associates that I see in those same situations, I'm very sympathetic and understanding to it. But that is not my journey. So I don't really, and I'm not saying my mom complained about having kids, she didn't, but I do think my parents were very young to be three kids in, especially during the 80s. Like if you're talking about like my grandparents when they was raised growing up, my grandmother, it was 13 of them. My grandfather, it was 10 of them. So that's a whole different time. Families now you may see on an average they're about like 4 to 5 people in a family, right? I have three kids. So if I'm with a significant other, it's five of us in a family. So, that's typically what you see nowadays. But I'm not one of them moms that complains about being a mom and having to go here and having to do this and having to do. I actually enjoy it. My children tell me all the time, like, "Mommy, you were born to be a mom. Like, you really are. Like, we rip and run you so much. It's just like you just be like, okay, right." So, but I am at a point where I kind of want to move to where I would want to move and things like this, and so I'm kind of struggling in that area. So if y'all keep me lifted because I don't want to do something and then it comes off like it's selfish. I moved my daughter because it's something I wanted to do, and then she like school just don't go right for her. It's her last year, and it's like, okay, you done been here this long, just suck it up one more year. That's as a mom, that's what I tell myself. But like inside of me, I'm just like, I'm ready for change. So I'm praying. I'm asking God to work on me in that area. I really am. I need to finish because I got literally 5 dishes left to wash. Five. 2 pots, 2 pans, and a grill. Um, and if I had my pot scratcher, it'd be better, but I don't have my pot scratcher. So I'm stuck with like just these two. And these don't, when you gotta get in there and get it, these two don't work, right? This is a baby bottle cleaner. No, I don't have a baby. But I find that this is so handy. When you take everything loose, you can get into um a lot of crevices and stuff that you need to do. So I do have these last little dishes soaking. I hate to say soaking. We always trying to soak something as black people. We put comment on there like it's seasoning. We just always trying to soak shit. But that's what's going on. I got pots over here soaking. And the crazy thing is I'm gonna dry all these dishes to turn around and cook anyway, because that's what I'm about to do. So yeah, y'all, it's Happy New Year's. For New Year's, what did I do? This was a very different New Year's for me. I did not count the ball in with my kids. I actually, Bay and I were, I invited the kids. They didn't want to go out. Sydney was good. Robin was on the phone. So he and I went parked and we were watching the skyline pretty much in Fort Worth to Dallas. We were watching that because it's a place where you can see that here in the area that I live, where you can kind of see it. So we were watching different people pop firecrackers just off that skyline where we were parked. Then after that, we went by one of his co-workers' house, and then that resorted into us all going to like the little bar up the street to get wings, which resorted in us being in the bar. And I stayed there for like maybe an hour or two, and then we got our food, and we basically left and came home. Slept. I didn't cook black eyed peas and cabbage for New Year's. What did I cook? I forgot what I cooked. I think it was like, that was my first year not cooking that, so we just cooked something regular. I think we did like a shrimp Alfredo. Shrimp and chicken Alfredo is what I think we ate for New Year's. So this was a very different New Year's. And where I'm from, people are superstitious for real, for real. I've never really been a superstitious person. I know all the superstitions, but I'm not really a superstitious person. So I don't believe that whatever I did at New Year's is what I'm gonna be doing all year. Girl, shit, you'd have to. I ain't the go out type person. I ain't the party person, so that ain't even gonna be my story or my thing, if that makes sense. My ear is itching for real. So yeah, that was my New Year's, but I do have footage of it. Shit, I still got footage that I didn't put out from Vlogmas because I'm behind on putting stuff out for y'all. So I don't even know if y'all still want me to put that out. Should I just delete it and start with the stuff that I did for New Year's? I don't know what y'all would want to see when it comes to that, but I would like to show it, but I don't know if people are just over all the Christmas stuff, and I don't know. So it's just really up to y'all, and I feel like people gonna watch or they not gonna watch. That's just how it goes. My baby told me this morning she wanted me to do her some breakfast food, and I was like, "Ooh, I've been wanting some grits and eggs and sausage with like peppers and stuff my own self." So that's kind of what I want, but I got chicken out. So and why? I don't know, but I'm just telling y'all I got chicken out. So I'm actually kind of tired of chicken and shit. I was gonna pull out the steaks, but Sydney not gonna eat a steak. Javier says release all of it. Oh, thank you, Bookie. I will, because I know, like, regardless of like what the naysayers say, I know there are people that enjoy my content, and I'm not gonna let other people that don't enjoy it deter me or run me off of YouTube. I just feel like there's a lot of people you could watch, and if you don't enjoy the content, then there's somebody out there that you relate to and you can actually watch and you can enjoy. Not like if every single person that was subscribed to me started telling me like, hey, I don't like this, then okay, I wouldn't put it out. But hopefully that never happens. But I hope y'all understand what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to be one of them people that be like, shit, if you don't like the content, bitch, go find somebody. I'm not being like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just simply saying, like, it's not that many. And sometimes that's what happens to us in life. You can have hundreds of people, giving you good praise, and 2 people can come and say something crazy, and you'll dwell on what 2 people said like that's the general consensus when it's really not, you know? So I just believe to each his own. I'd rather grow authentically. I'd rather have people that enjoy me and stuff like that than me out here just trying to get clicks and views and that type of shit. I don't know. That's just not me, y'all. I'm just not a fake person. So I can't come on here and give y'all no faking. I know a lot of people probably say stuff like that, but nah, baby, I really am. When I click on something, if I've never seen you and you giving fake vibes, I be off so fast, child, because I just don't relate to it. If you on there being negative, I just don't relate to it. I just seen a thing with Money Long. She was talking about J. Cole. And I'm already a J. Cole fan, but it made me respect him even more and kind of gave me some insight because one of my daughters was like the whole thing that started with Kendrick and Drake. J. Cole was actually a part, but he just separated himself from it. And that makes sense because when she said he walked in the studio on her, I saw this on Instagram, and he never said anything, but her and somebody else was just like in a negative space that day, a negative energy. They were doing a lot of, like negative conversation and stuff like this. And she's like, he just got up and walked out. He just excused himself, and it made them sit up and be like, wow, like it made them reevaluate themselves. And that has to be his personality, because if that was the case with him, Kendrick, and Drake, then it makes sense why he just dismissed himself out of that as well. And I know that that's the type of person I am. I don't like all the, child, I don't like it. I don't have time for it. I don't know. It's just not my thing. I'm not saying that, we don't all complain or have different things, but I don't want to sit up and just be on no negative shit. Like, when I get comments like that, like, I ain't gonna lie, it do bother me, because I feel like, why would somebody feel like that's okay, to do and to say? Like, because I'm not even that type of person. So it's like, why would you feel like it's okay to bring that type of energy, to me? Like, what about me attracted you to me for you to say and do some of those things? That's how I be thinking. But that could be the Virgo in me. And I know some people be like, they don't believe in zodiac and all of that, whatever. But I'm just saying that could just be the Virgo in me. That's just probably how I am. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that water's so damn hot. I normally don't wash dishes with gloves, but I've been boiling my water to get it extremely, extremely hot. So I had to put my gloves on, child, because I was like, Lord, this is why my nails don't be staying done, because I wash dishes so much. It's the same thing like when I was doing hair. Your hands been in a shampoo bowl so much till the acrylics and all that just come off. So it really don't make sense to be paying to do all of that. But, and then shit, like I said, I got 2 in college. My priorities are just different. My priorities are just different. I want to make sure my kids have what they need, because life is not promised to me. Life is not promised to them. I want to make sure they have what they need. I want to make sure that they not having to go, because let me tell y'all, I didn't have friends. I went to college. I've seen the people when they don't have it, the ways they go trying to get it or trying to find it, and, I just don't want that for my babies, right? So it's not saying they wouldn't still make their own decisions, but I pray that I've taught them well enough to not choose certain paths and stuff, if that makes sense, right? That's my biggest thing. I just want them to always be okay. I want them to always be okay. And I just think that's my prayer as a mom for them, is that they are okay, and that everything that I do leaves fruit for them to bear, that they reap the things that I sow in a positive way, in a way that it blesses them and manifests them and sets them up, because too many of us haven't been raised and put in positions like that. And so many people feel like, as women, black women and black men, we aren't deserving and we're supposed to struggle. And I don't want to make it a race thing, but I'm just telling y'all the truth. I have white friends, I have black friends, I have friends of different races, and I'm just telling y'all some of the ways that people grow up are different. Just telling you it is. It really, really is. So you just, it's not to say that you can't have things or you can't do certain things in your life or you can't even change the narrative of your life. It doesn't matter how old you are or what you got going on. You can always change. You can always change your path. If you don't like something, change it. If you want something, go after it. Don't, like y'all, I used to always say I was going to be on TV. Now, I've been on TV before. I've done TV. I have. But I used to always be like, oh yeah, I know I'm gonna do something in entertainment. I know I'm gonna do, and now I feel like that is YouTube. You know, I feel like YouTube is that gateway of me doing some of those things. And when I've been on TV, it hasn't been because of YouTube. But I don't know, y'all. I hope y'all enjoy me being here because I'm telling y'all, I plan to continue to be here. And it don't matter. It doesn't matter. I just plan to continue to be here. I've been on here quite some time. I started uploading in 2015 on YouTube. So yeah, I've been on here 10 plus years now. Right? So I guess like how some people say they make you an OG. You know, I guess if you look at time, I'm there, but I feel like I'm still learning. I feel like I'm still growing and learning, and that's just where I'm at. And I'm still meeting y'all, and you know, I don't know. I don't know. They took my Wilson pan. They done barbecued in this pan. They done did so much to my pan, child. My pan don't even look like how it's supposed to look. It's warped. So now I use it as a meat pan or a casserole pan. And if y'all know anything about how much these Wilson bacon pans cost, for a half a sheet pan, yeah, it's a little disappointing. I used to do all my fondant cakes and wedding cakes and birthday cakes and all that stuff. I haven't made a cake in quite some time. I need to. I actually, for Thanksgiving, I did pies and stuff, and I never actually put up my cooking vlog from Thanksgiving. I just been sitting on it. But I don't know. Maybe I'll do like a short montage of some of those things leading up to the new year or something. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just drop it as a vlog. And, you know, if y'all care to watch it, y'all can. Up to you. All right. We are down to one pot. One pot. I'm so glad. Trouble don't last always. Even they endure for night. Keep the pain. Will be alright. That must be Beau. He must be home. Cause him and Harper, baby, they got like a little love-hate relationship at this point. Yeah, that's Beau. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's Babe, y'all. G just walked in. So, my chicken is not thawed out yet, y'all. I don't know what I want to cook for today. I know we got a bunch of taco soup in the icebox because that's what he wanted. And so that's what I made. And I need some Ziploc bags, but I don't have any Ziploc bags. So therefore, I can't freeze the rest of the soup. So hopefully, we eat the soap. Look, babe, you see all the dishes? You see all the dishes are clean now?
That's this one for the day.
Which one? Which one is up there? I don't want to touch my hands with. Oh, Texas Two-Step? And I think Mega Millions is tomorrow. Somebody in Louisiana actually won. Y'all know it always be people like in Cali and stuff like that, New York, that be winning the Mega Millions and all that. Somebody won that billions too. Imagine that, how your life changes. But please know you paying taxes on all that. And please get you a financial advisor, because if you don't, you won't have anything, you know, trying to keep up with the Joneses. Yes, you all jacked up. Ugh. All right. We down to a pot and the griddle thing. And then we done on the dishes. Was it a lot of traffic out there? I figured. I just told him, I said, I don't know why him and Dum Dum out here trying to drive in this weather. Huh? Oh, the police out. They probably trying to keep people off the roads. I know this is probably boring to y'all because I'm sitting here washing dishes. I'm sorry. We were supposed to have school all this week, right? So school opened up Tuesday because Monday was a teacher's in-service day, so they didn't have school. Tuesday they opened school just to turn around Wednesday and close school in one of the districts. The other school, they closed today. So they had school Wednesday, but then they closed today. So school is out Thursday, Friday. So literally all the kids went back to school for one day this week. Hopefully next week, because I don't know how long it's supposed to last. So next week school will be back open. I've already started picking up some jobs for next week. But the 16th I'm going to be traveling because I got to take my middle daughter back to school. So we'll be traveling and have to go register her and, all of that. Matter of fact, I need to sit down and we need to do her FAFSA, because that we do need to do. We haven't done it for this semester, and I think I need to go in and do it for Tony as well. So that's something on the agenda for today, so that we can make sure that's done. And yeah, that's about it. Because Sydney, she should have went to school yesterday, but she didn't because it was cold. She begged and begged to stay home. But she should have took herself to school for that one little day. Because she only had school one day. That's the 16-year-old. And usually I'm the mom that's always been stuck on like, y'all gonna have perfect attendance. You're not gonna have absences. But that child there, baby, that child is gonna definitely get her absences in. She gonna find, if there is a will, there is a way. And I don't understand it. I enjoyed going to school as a child. I literally did. I enjoyed my teachers. I was always like the teacher's pet. So I enjoyed sitting with the teachers. I enjoyed my few little friends I had. Like, I liked going to school. I'd go to school and come home and go to church. That was my life. Played piano for the choirs at school. Played piano for the church. They kept me busy as a child. I do keep my kids busy too. But Sydney is not she don't want to do nothing athletic. She's more like the kid that do clubs. Like, she gonna do 4-H club and she don't like theater club. But I can't think of the other one she's in. She's in like clubs and stuff. That's her thing. So everybody's different. You can't push them and make them do stuff that the other one do. Tony and Robin definitely did sports and they did band. They all did choir at some point. Tony is in choir now that she's in college, right? But she's only in choir for the extra scholarships. Robin could be on a track team and get a scholarship, but I don't think she wants to do college track. So it's just crazy. Because as parents, we can sit there and tell them like, hey, y'all do this and y'all do that. And child, they gonna do what they want to do. They gonna do what they want to do. Now it's 4:30. What am I gonna cook? That's the question. I got some crab legs in there. That could be temporary. We got that taco. You know what? I need to quit mentioning that taco soup. It's not that it's nasty. It's really good. It really is. But that's not the type of soups like I like to eat. But that's what he had wanted me. Y'all can't get out the damn glove. But that was what he asked me to make. So That was what I did. That's what I made. Robin liked it. I don't know if Sydney ate it or not. Robin did enjoy it though. I ate one bowl. It was super, super, super filling. Super filling. It kind of gave me the feeling like how when you eat chili. You know, you do chili with saltine crackers. That's kind of like what I had from it. But that was my first time ever eating it. And Bay said it was on point. He said it was good. Him said it was good, honey. So, let me show y'all. Clean counter now. That's got to get put up. It's not a lot, but you know how your dishes be big. So, now I got to put them up. And those are pots, and they all go down there. I'm not going to give away my Magnolite pots, but let me tell you this. If I move, I'm going to bless somebody with some dishes. Because, honey, I got dishes because I be cooking. I got buffet things in China. And, I mean, I have real silverware up here that I refuse to pull out. Because in my house, silverware comes up missing just like socks come up missing. So, we ain't going to do that. But, yeah, child. Now, let's see what size we got. Y'all want to see what size we got? Let's see. Okay. We have a few things in the box. We have baked beans. I already got string beans in the thing, so I don't know if I want to cook that. That's my coffee shelf. Coffee and tea shelf. This is like my seasonings, chips, and bread. Usually if I have popcorn, it'll be right there in the corner, so I need to get some popcorn. And then all my canned goods go there. All my pastas and anything in the boxes usually go here. And then all my sauces are usually down on this row, like my jellies, my sauces, my things. Look at this. I got this from Shein for a home. I have that haul coming for y'all. I'm going to show it to y'all. I thought that was just so cute. I used to, and then y'all know I got chickens. So that's why I kind of keep a few cartons. But right now, because it's been so cold, she not laying. Matter of fact, I need to go outside and feed my chickens. But who wants to go? Let me show you how I look outside. I might can ask Robin. She got on pants and stuff. Child, I'm not dressed to go outside. I know my chicken's hungry. Oh! Y'all see how it's looking out there? Don't nobody want to go out there in this ice. That's ice rain. I am not trying to catch pneumonia. The wind been blowing shit all over the backyard. Because I'm trying to tape up the boxes with the Christmas stuff so I can put it back in the shed, which is way over there. But I ain't going out there and there. Because this is the box for the tree. For all my decorations. I never did show y'all the tree because I didn't. It's in the vlogs, but I haven't posted it. So, you know what? Let me turn it on for y'all. Yeah, no, I'm not. But it's my white tree. And I do white and crystal. So I do have crystals on here. And then I do have glass on here. And this is my tree. I started doing the white and crystal tree. This is my 3rd year doing the white and crystal tree. And then I like to, because I love nostalgia, all the ornaments my kids made me from pre-K on up, I sit them on the back of the tree. Because, of course, they don't blend with the tree. So they're all still there, too. So, yeah, y'all. I hope that, I think this is my first live of the new year. I'm not sure, but happy new year to y'all. I'm going to jump off so that I can go ahead and cook. Please, please, please. If you ain't doing nothing today, you can go watch a playlist. You can go watch my last vlog that I put up or anything on the channel. It's going to always be a little bit of everything for y'all. If you like the lifestyle vlogs, you can watch those. If you want the beauty, watch that, the hair, whatever, you can go do it. I put a lot of my hair stuff in like a membership stuff, and it's really not because of the membership thing. It's just because I don't want the YouTube confusing my channel and stuff. And a lot of those videos were much older. So I went ahead and I just put them in there, but that's up to y'all. Thank you for subbing, Thor's World. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I look forward into talking to you and getting to know you better on the channel. I'm not usually this conservative. I am a very conservative person. Today was a more serious live, so to speak. Usually I'm a little bit more, playful and stuff. So thank you. And I love y'all, and happy New Year's. Happy 2025. Make it your best. Make it your best. Don't let the pressure of other things get to you. just do what's best for you. Okay. Love y'all. And I'm out because I got to go figure out a meal. I have to. Oh, I always say this, and I'm sorry, I didn't say it while I was on the live. If you have a YouTube channel, go ahead and drop your channel in the comments. Drop your channel in the comments so that other people can find you, learn about you, and all that great stuff. All right? Bye, y'all.